Can I ask just the entire panel if for all three of your opinion about how a national comprehensive universal background check system, in your opinions, would it help prevent mass shootings?
Well, you know, I can speak, obviously I believe so. I'm a big, strong advocate of universal background checks. I think Massachusetts, more than any state, probably has the toughest gun laws out there. And as a result, we have the lowest gunshot deaths of any country. And I think it comes because we have tough gun laws. Anyone who wants to get a license to carry in the city of Boston has to go through, I have to sign off on it. And we watch those very closely. And if someone has a felony, domestic violence, they have anything in their background that sends up a red flag, they will not get a license to carry. And I think that's why, you know, as a city, a major city, last year we had, I think, 55 homicides on the year, which is pretty impressive given other cities of our size. But that doesn't happen by accident. That happens because we have tough gun laws. Our big issue in the city of Boston is you can go up to New Hampshire and Maine, and that's where almost 20% of guns that come into our state come from. And Anthony Braga from Northeastern also indicated almost 25% of our guns come from the I-95 South. They're coming from North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Virginia, and you know, so we're having a problem with guns flowing in because all around us are gun laws that are lax. And quite frankly, I worry because there's talk coming out of Washington that this whole idea of reciprocity of gun laws, where someone in a state that has lax gun laws, they'll have the ability to cross lines and have the same laws as they have in our state. And so I've come out strongly. I know a lot of the major city chiefs were all worried about gun laws, especially if you're in a city chief, about gun laws being weaker because, you know, every day in our country we have about 300 people who get killed on our streets by guns. And you know, we have a major problem in us. And I always say, I go to a lot of these scenes, and I think if we've seen the mothers, if you've dealt with the mothers, I think people would understand why we need comprehensive universal background check. I see it. I see the dangers it does. I see so many young African-American kids killed on our streets, and that's why we need stricter gun laws.
Yeah, I would agree. Major city chiefs is supportive of universal background checks. I think we refer to them as common sense legislation that's needed across the country. And, you know, you talk about the question I think you asked was whether or not that would prevent some of these mass attacks that we've had in our country. And the answer to that is yes. But to echo what the commissioner said, it would also prevent the shootings that we're seeing in our inner cities. And I don't think you'll find a major city chief that disagrees with that.
Mm-hmm. And just briefly, I will agree with my colleagues on the panel as well that I think it's a very effective tool. I don't think that it will impede those that want to purchase weapons and that should possess weapons from being able to, but I think it's a strong step towards keeping them out of the hands of individuals that should not possess them.
Thank you all very much. You're our front line, and we're very lucky to have you all in your service. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.